Man created God in his own imaginations. Hello, friends. Believe all is well with all of us. Well, Tokyo Olympics are over now, and I have personally enjoyed watching the track and field games. Also, the swimming and diving, how good were they? Especially that 14-year-old Chinese girl, Quan Hongshan. I don't even know how to say that. She broke all the world records. So good. She was so good. Small kid. All right. I want to start today's message with a small story. Small, but a true story that happened in India. There was a man, it seems, who used to live in a small, remote village. One day, he goes out into the woods to collect some dry sticks for setting up the fire in his house. While gathering and stacking all that up, one particular stick, something like a small branch of a tree, caught his attention. He found it to have the shape of a human being, human form. Intrigued by that, he starts to clean it up thoroughly, properly. He cuts out all tiny dry branches, carves the corners smooth, removes all the dead leaves, dirt and stuff. And after he had done that, it starts to look better than before. It looked better than before. He gets excited, and now he wants to show that to the villagers. So he goes and erects that in front of his house. And he decorates it by placing a small flower in front of it. People passing by saw that every day. And in less than a week, they too have started placing some flowers, garlands, fruits, some coins, and all that, Finally, they have started worshipping that stick, that image. They made a god out of it and built a temple around it. That's the story. Man finds a stick, carves into an image, makes it into an idol, creates a god out of it, and starts worshipping it, an idol. The question is, what have you made as your God? What is your idol that has become your God? Some religions actively worship images and idols, but some religions do not encourage that at all. So, probably there are no actual idols, photos, statues, or images sitting in the center of your house. There may not be any external physical idolatry, but that doesn't necessarily mean there are no idols in your heart and you don't worship them. You may be indulging into a rather more dangerous thing, internal idolatry. What does it mean? Allow me to show what it means. And for that, my friends, let's look at this line, just one small line that Jesus said. And it is written in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 21. Matthew, chapter 6, verse 21. Let's read it together, shall we? Wherever your treasure is, there your heart is. Wherever your treasure is, there your heart is. Now, if you're thinking that there is nothing in this statement that talks about idol worship, hold on, friends. Please don't jump the gun. Just hang in with me for a few minutes and we will understand it together, all right? Wherever your treasure is, there your heart is. Sure, it's not saying anything at all about worshipping idols, man-made images of human forms, heavenly bodies, stars, angels, animals, beasts, or four-legged, three-legged, two-legged, or no-legged creatures at all. In fact, there are tons of other verses which directly talk about it. But this particular verse that Jesus stated has a tremendous significance in the context of idolatry. These words of Jesus cover every single thing that could potentially become an idol in our lives. Now, what is an idol? An idol is not only a man-made image of something or someone. An idol is not only a picture of any creature or some statue. An idol is basically anything that takes the supreme place in your heart and dominates everything else in your mind. Anything or anyone you love, adore, and value immensely. Anything or anyone that occupies your mind and heart 24/7. Anything or anyone that can influence your thinking and the conduct of your life can be called an idol. That becomes your driving force. That dictates your life. In fact, that becomes your God, slowly but surely. Having that fact understood, now look at what Jesus said. Wherever your treasure is, there your heart is. It means your heart simply goes to anything you treasure. A treasure could be anything that you value immensely and is always on the top of your list. Now, for many, in general, the treasure could be money. And that's exactly where their heart is. Money. They love it. They love it so much that whatever they do for it. Money is the idol they worship literally in their hearts. And some cultures literally have a money god and they worship that. I'm not even going into the topic now. Idolizing money, spending their whole time, their resources, skills, and energy on just one thing and one thing only: how to become rich, how to make more money, where to invest, how to get profits, how to multiply this 1 million into 10 million. Non-stop, they're consumed by such thoughts. Money, 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 money. Some even try to do business with God, saying, God, this year if you give me huge profits, big money, I will donate a percentage of it to that religious organization or to that charity or to somebody. Trying to be the best bidder, aren't you? Because you treasure money so much that it has become your idol. An idol that you worship in your heart. Wherever your treasure is, there your heart is. And for some, it may be a relationship with their loved ones, with your daughter, your husband, a friend, your son. Everything you do is for the sake of that person. How to please him or her, how to fulfill what they want. All the time occupied by the things concerning that person. Your heart is totally overtaken, possessed by that person or that individual or that relationship which has become your idol, replacing the true living God. Sadly and unfortunately, for people who are in the service of God, their ministry becomes their idol. It is not at all rare to see such stuff happening all the time in spiritual line. They forget why have they started serving God in the first place and get totally lost in their ministry, how to expand their ministry, their religious centers, organizations, their name, their ministry, their followers, their members. Are you serving God, or are you serving your own organization? Trying so hard to raise your children to take over your legacy. Who is the center of your service? God or you? Your name on everything, your cutout posters everywhere. What for? What for? For some, it is their heightened, provocative, unnatural sex becomes their idol, and they serve sex. And for many, sometimes it's their favorite sports. It's their never-ending desires. And now, in our age and generation, it's the social media. It has completely taken the highest place in the lives of all the people all over the world. I have actually read this line on a wall, some street wall somewhere. It said, "I believe in Google, not God." What? I believe in Google, not God. Seriously, I'm not joking. Really, I have read this on a street wall somewhere. What a pity. What a shame. Now, friends, having passion towards certain goals is very crucial in life. The speaker totally understands how important it is to pursue with passion in any area one may like. But that doesn't mean that it should take the supreme place in your heart and life, that you replace God with it, making it into your idol. Believe it or not, you become like what you idolize. Let me repeat that for you. You become exactly like what you idolize. Whatever you idolize or worship, it's bound to show itself in you, through you and your actions. So check, where is your heart? Where is your heart? Who is in your heart? Check carefully and sincerely what or who has become your idol that has replaced even the true living God in your life. Have you made money your God? Because somehow you have imagined that money will save you and give you happiness? Have you made that relationship with your son or daughter or your mate, spouse, or your spiritual leader? Have you made that individual your God? Because you have falsely imagined that he or she is the ultimate joy, the love, or the center of your life? Have you made some carved image, an image or an idol of someone or something, and bow down to that image? Because somehow you have imagined those idols will come and save you or give you peace? Wake up, wake up. All those desires, money, your ideologies, your addictions, your business or job, your power, your relationships, whatever your treasure is, whatever your idol is, it is you who made a God of it. It is you who has created a God in your vain imaginations. It's just in your imaginations. But please remember, it won't save you. It won't give you any liberation, happiness, or peace. And it doesn't come when you call. You know why? Because it simply doesn't know who you are. You have created it, so you know it. It did not create you, so it doesn't know you. It's as simple as that. So don't be surprised and don't get bummed out if your idol doesn't respond when you want, when you call, or when you are in need. Only and only our true living Father knows us. He is the one true living God. He is the one who has created you and I. So He knows us in and out. He knows us. He gave us this life. He knows your good side and your ugly side as well. Still, He loves you and accepts you as His child. So, it is our God the Father who should be our treasure. That's the treasure we must hold on to and give our hearts to, because your heart follows whatever it has on its inside. Your heart follows whatever it has on its inside. Finally, my friends, having a humble heart to value everything and having a loving heart to see godliness in everyone is a tremendous quality that one can have. But it doesn't mean that you prostrate in front of self-created idols or images and bow down to anything or everything, or to man-made carved images. Doesn't mean that. Your heart, my friend, your heart is precious. Please don't just sell it like that. Please don't do that. In the story of that man who made a stick into some carved image and worshipped it, to him, that stick, the piece of wood, is his God, because that's where his heart is. Where is your heart? With immense love, I ask us all now, where is your heart? Is it after money, desires, power, relationships, or is it after yourself? Let the true living God give us understanding we all need. Take care and God bless.